Hello everybody. So I'm here in this beautiful forest in the middle of the nature, close to these lakes I just filmed. You could see it's a really mysterious lake and the energies feel quite healthy. I just measured the air ions and they tend around 0. What's a really good value since I measure everywhere. And most places, especially in the modern civilization with all our electronic stuff and gadgets, have tendency to go quite high in plus values of air ions. What explains the fear in people and the behavior we see all over the place, especially in the Western culture. So why do I make this video here and now? So it's a bit to talk about the time wave, water, and maybe also the future. I observe many so-called self-called truth seekers, self-called illuminated people, and what I see mostly is that they spread the same fear around as the local medias and don't try even to give people any kind of solution. And there is a solution to everything, and as more energy you give to a problem, as the bigger the problem becomes. I think that's quite obvious. If you think about something what has no energy, cannot develop, that's like this everywhere in nature. And that's one of the key points I want to remind you. If you come across any theory and you cannot find a counterpart in nature, you will come to the conclusion sooner or later that it was a lie, or someone trying to mislead you, someone who tries to get attention, or many causes in this direction. So, in fact, the water, what we all are to a high percentage, contains all the solutions we need. As you know, I work much with the life energy, the so-called mana, prana, chi, vril, or as Wilhelm Reich called it later, one of the leading scientists in proving it in laboratories, in experiments, orgone energy. So this energy is like a net all over the place, and this net is the energy grid the Native Americans and many ancient cultures talked about. They had so many different names for this energy, and we literally run around in this world with no idea what we really are or how we function. It's quite insane to believe all functions just on biomechanical mechanics, since all, no matter where, how big, how small it is, it's all about vortex energy and vortex mechanics. I would invite you to see Victor Schauberger's works to this, or look up the ancient Egyptian traditions to this. Even in the Indian Vedas and all over the place you find this. And you can make quite easy experiments what work and prove that it's all about this vortex energy. All energy, no matter what form or name you give it, will move in vortex spiral energies. Even our own body system functions on this. So, if you see a raindrop falling into a lake like this one, you see many answers. and it will help you to understand, for example, Schauberger's repulsin, or even the testatica of a group what called themselves Meternita, what was a group in Switzerland what built, in my eyes, one of the most performant free energy generators, and it was proved to work and for obvious reasons suppressed. So I would invite you all to not focus on aliens, on New Age, ascension, enlightenment, but in first place to go in yourself and seek in you what we have forgotten. Because what we have forgotten is the only thing new, really. Why we have forgotten it and all this, I leave to others of the corner of the conspiracy theories. I, for myself, try to focus on solutions and give them forward. Even in that way, I try to form a community to live off this grid and work on solutions and apply them, give them forward. Knowledge should be to all the people and not to any elitary group. And we have to come out of the secrets and mystics and make it understanding and teaching to our children. I believe everybody has its own talent. Some have more talents as others, some have a higher horizon. And truth is always plural, which means truth really depends on your level of perception and the level of your development. That does not mean that something is white or black. Maybe it's even both, just depending on the level you perceive it. I don't say with this when someone hurts another person or harms life, it's right. I don't want to say that, but I'm quite aware that we were not and never alone on this planet, and we should try to go hand in hand in a better future and not try to blame everybody and everything because he or she belongs to a group of beings or order or whatever, because we all did wrong, we still do wrong, and I still wait for the first being to see what is completely perfect. So, I don't know if I see the beauty of nature, what nature gives us every day again, and we just are not thankful. We don't take us the time to observe it and to learn of it. I get sad because we really should focus on solutions and to build up another system. I talk about a real democracy, and to really go and make smaller, call it countries, communities, whatever, what are independently, because as bigger a country gets, or government, as easier it is to do corruption behind the scenes. If you remind the olden day villages, everybody knowed who did what, and it was quite hard to hide corruption or harming of the whole group. So, since we are anyway connected, everybody in some way or another over the grid of life, it doesn't matter what group we are in or what race we belong to or all these labels we give us is just losing, I don't know, losing our connection to each other. To focus on good or bad, what does it help really? I mean, it's good to be aware of what's going on, it's good to help others to see the truth they need. But in the same way, I would invite you all to seek solutions for all the problems we occur. What are the problems? Well, there are so many all over the place, and as long as we fight for resources, and the resources don't belong to everybody together, we will have never an end of wars. As long as we let a little group diverse us all and let us reign by money, what is merely an ancient Egyptian contract magic, and nothing real apart paper that trees, we will not come forward, and we stand on a point in history of mankind where it's important to go forward and not stand still. Standing still leads to drama. It's like an ad in TV. You know, I see it all over the place. Each time when a being cannot handle the development anymore, it's about to make, it goes into drama. We have the topic, know from where you're coming from to know where you go. But then people seek back lives, they seek twin souls, they seek, I don't know, any alignment to any alien group or whatever. Anyway, the human is a multi-dimensional being. That means it exists in the same time in many densities, since the frequency comes from a really high vibration and gets splitted up over the rules of 7, 3, Fibonacci spiral again. So we are fractal beings, and this in many ways, which also means if you are able to lift up your fractal higher, it's your fractal what will doom over the others, doom in the way that gets their reality. And this is why the world is also so chaotic, because the ones who are here to really bring solutions are just about to focus on the problems. And where it leads, well, did you see the wars ending? Did you see the free energy coming out? Did you see the cure of the diseases we have all over the place? So I really invite you to go more to nature. Take your time, sit and watch nature also. The same is all these hidden technologies we have all over the place, from archaeology to just the last 100 years, to just name a few. George Lakowski, Viktor Schauberger, Wilhelm Reich, Nikola Tesla, and that are just the most famous one. If we see what really was and why it never came out, we should question this finally and take our power back, and then we can talk about becoming a cosmic race and be part of the universal family again and stop this isolation and everything. So I hope I could give you a few inspirations. I will go future more into details of all this, and I would invite everybody to really cooperate. I don't make any secrets of my researches, what I had to farm, by the way, of my own money, since I quit work to really focus on this, and where I cannot find any investors to produce it. Well, I'm not seeking to get rich or produce it industrially, but it would be important that we know more about the basics of life, what is mainly life energy and water. Because a healthy body is a healthy soul, healthy minds, and as long we eat the poison they deliver us daily, as long as we watch while they destroy nature and they say they own land. We are all guests on this planet and nobody should own land. It should be a bird-given right that you own, that you get your land to live. It should be a bird-given right that you have good water, good foods. The true education, not this disformation what just serves the goal to form drones, what I would like to call them. In that sense, the school system never looks for the talent of the individual. The school system tries to put us all in one system, and if you understand a bit about nature, you know nature lives off biodiversity. The same is with a healthy society. It always lives off biodiversity. All great civilizations fought and climbed with sunstorms. We are just programmed. We get breeded. We get our information of the sun, the stars, the cosmos. We are such a small entity compared to this whole cosmos, and still all what's out there in space is also in us, in our DNA, since many talk about the Akashic records. The true Akashic records are in between, in the empty room between your DNA strands. And this is the way you get sometimes informations, you never read it up, just by getting asked or questioning yourself. You seek for a solution in books all over the internet for a problem, and you don't find it. The other day you wake up and you know all, and it's so logical and easy. Then it's always like this. Once you have understood something, it's easy. But if you don't have the right approach or the right level of perception, you will not understand or be able to put your arms around it. So I really wish, and I will do all I can to lead us to a better future for all. Our children, nature, the animals, this planet deserves a better future. And if the art and the music is on the level it is yet, that's the first sign that the civilization is about to fall. So be prepared that the society, the governments, and all you know today is about to crash. They are about to lose the control of the people. We see it all over the place. But to really come out of this, we have to really understand to go hand in hand and not against each other. And I mean, with these reptile, dracos, archons, whatever you call them, it doesn't matter. I mean, first, when you forgive, it's for yourself. Of course, you can just forgive if one has stopped to rape you, that's for sure. But in my own experience, you can not put any group race in one big container and say they are like this and write a label on them, since all the individuals have different ideas, a different perception. What really just depends on the level of vibration they are at. So, in that sense, let's go into a better future for all. We are yet in times where cosmic mechanics will bring much into this world what many people are not ready to understand now. Take especially these people by the hand and prevent them from becoming insane. Because what they do will affect you in any way, even if you retire into the Amazonas forest jungle and sit alone all day, since all is connected over water, the air humidity, the organ energy, over the earth grid, and so many other ways we are connected. So, I hope in that sense for peace. So people, I hope you listen to this and it can give you a few new perspectives. In that sense, peace and out.